Okay. Hooray! Yay! Okay, today I wanted to talk about one of my pet peeves as a atheist. When people say you're just like all atheists, you know how Christians get upset saying we're all the same, we're all hypocrites, we're all whatever. Every group, we all have that one big thing or a couple of big things. And for the atheists, ours is anger, which I assume everybody's going to keep using anyways because that's pretty much all you'll use. You're so angry. Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? Anytime facts come up or you have a disagreement and you're just real blunt about things, you're always angry. And it makes you angry because you're like, I'm not angry, but I'm getting freaking angry. The reason, but then I think about it and it's very frustrating. There is a time in every atheist life where they have this very angry time. It's not about hating God and just being angry and turning your back on God. That has nothing to do with it. It has to do with growing up and learning everything that you're not supposed to question. When you actually go to question it, nothing adds up. And it all comes from different places and it's all different versions of this, that, and the other. And it's like as a kid finding out that Santa Claus isn't real. It's the equivalent of that, but the adult version because you feel worse because you're an adult. And to go through all that and to find several people on a regular basis saying, well, if he doesn't exist, then where did we come from? You hear some of the same things over and over again. You're angry. Where did we come from? There's these things that are naturally, there's not a person in the world that's never been angry or won't be angry within this week. So, yeah, anytime we're angry, you can say, oh, that angry atheist. Anytime y'all say something stupid, oh, that dumb Christian. Or that hypocritic. It's the same thing for everyone. And we all push each other's buttons. And everybody's all got their own, people tend to do that. And the majority of us, the dumbest people and the smartest people are the loudest people. Like, smart people are like, us average people were like, yeah, we just sit back and watch. We just sit back and watch. We average as hell. Come on now. You can't ask, you can say, yes, you're angry at God, but it's just more so, it's like waiting on your dad on his weekend, and for like the third or fourth month in a row he doesn't show, and you're like, well, what's going on? I love him. Like, where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? It's the same exact feeling, except sometimes you get to see your dad. I give us some cereal. Okay, baby. Yeah? Okay. It's frustrating because there's so many. We all know in America we have our religion, and in different countries and cultures they all have theirs that are an image of theirs, and people don't take it as just do right by others and this, that, and the other. They take it for what they're feeling for the day, and on their pissed off days is when we're real angry, that's whenever we want to really yell and scream it. I'm so not angry, but I'm frustrated because it's hard because you're constantly questioned about it. And then when you're open about speaking about it, you're constantly questioned about why you're always talking about it. Like, it's a lose-lose situation. Why don't you talk about it in public, but you talk about it here? And it's my own little world. It's where I get my feelings out there. It's like a little online diary, but I don't put all. But whenever it comes to certain things, coming out the closet with atheism or homosexuality or whatever, like, people get so angry with gays and things like that. Like, why are they saying it? Why do they feel the need? We didn't say, hey, I'm straight, but they didn't say, hey, you're wrong for being straight. You're this, you're that. It's totally different circumstances. Whenever, if something just is, you can't constantly have the same question for something. Just because it doesn't answer one question right now doesn't mean just to sit back and keep on going with God and whatever you're taught to. Just because our granny, we had those good memories of her and she was a woman of God and this, that, and the other thing. You can't attach the woman of God to every black woman, but you can. But there's reason for that if you just look at your history. And it's not calling people stupid, and it's not trying to say I'm smarter than you, I'm this, that, and the other, but it's just, you're such a smart person and you're this, that, but you're so stuck in tradition that you're not willing to be different and be the outcast. It's hard. You go through this. I can't speak for everybody else, but me, I've never truly believed, but I've always wanted to, and I've always wished to, and but there's so much new technology, and we keep making excuses. Well, anybody can make anything up, anybody can do this, but what if they didn't? And what about this? And what about, there's so many different, you can believe that we were aliens, you can believe that we were anything. Why believe that we're less than and we should be praising something for going through what we're going through by ourselves and nobody's going to intervene? It just doesn't, it hurts my heart to see so many angry black people, angry at white men and angry at this, that, and the other thing, and then you don't want to look at history, and you don't want to, like, everybody, you're sitting here like, well, everybody has their own way, and mine's not this and that, and but what are you claiming, and what are you? And we're angry because we're trying to tell you certain things, and some people try to force it, and you can't do stuff like that. I mean, I don't personally, I don't believe in that just trying to cram stuff down people's throats and things, but you have, it's the same thing with theists. You have those people that always have to tell you about the word of God. You have people that tell you about you have to look at it from every view. It's not easy for anybody, but knowing that when you're dead, that's it, and then looking at your life and seeing what's around and what's going on, you start to pay more attention to the goings on, and it just hurts more. And you're constantly like, you know that you're going all your life trying to be the best version, the best person you can be. And you know it's not going to be rewarded. You're alone. When you're gone, you're back to nature. Everything it's over and over again. It's just our cycle, and people are so damaged over their mindset and the fear of what if and what if and what if, that they won't even, and everything's so much more, there's so much more. It's like we're regressing as people. We're just, you're forced to just go with it because of the fear of the actual physical damage, and then at the same time you have this peaceful, serene setting of church, and everything's supposed to be good, and you're a good person, and he knows this. He knows you mean well. He knows this, and I know this. We all know this. We judge and say that people are bad. There's no bad people. We just all fuck up. People get fucked up. People do fucked up things to people, and they end up doing the same thing knowing that they never would when they grew up. We're human. We fuck up. A pedophile's not just a pedophile. A woman beater is not just a woman beater. A drunk is not just a drunk. You're something outside that. And to go into this one place and say everything is forgiven, if you praise him and you just deal and you handle what you're dealing with, you're never going to see anything here. You might get a gift every now and again. Once you get it through your head that it's all about you, it's just you, and family, and you know that even if you can't change everything and it's not a bigger picture and you don't go to the pearly gates, you have time to actually do something now instead of living by the same standards and treating people the same shitty way, but expect it to be different or okay now because it's a different group of people. Like, we're not chaining people up and beating on people, but we force gays into their own communities, and we belittle them we belittle them everywhere. Like something's automatically wrong with them if they're gay. All this stuff you're getting out of a book that you're trying to tell people is good, and that's good. Everything that you say is a contradiction. No matter how much you study one version of it, it's never going to make any sense, and it's never going to happen again today. Are other people more important than us, or are we just leftover? What are you trying to say about us now? Like, we're so special that we get to go to heaven if we're good, but we're not good enough to actually. Atheists are angry, no, frustrated, because it's not that you're stupid in our head, and some people are like that. We're going to say stupid shit sometimes. We're politically incorrect. We're human. It's just that you deserve better. If you're going to put your kids into something that you want them to constantly, you expect them to do every year, you expect them to do every generation, you want God-fearing kids, just do yourself and your kids the respect of at least learning which God's yours. There's nothing wrong with praising God. It's just that when it comes with force, eventually you just give up and just give in. Like, if you're getting beat half to death, you're just gonna just give up. And it's the same crap with religion. It's the same crap with drugs. It's the same crap. The same stuff you keep feeding yourself, saying it's gonna get better. If I keep this up. And some people need it mentally, but you deserve to at least be proud of yourself and not think that something's wrong with you from birth. At least, if you're going to think more high of yourself than an animal, any other animal on the earth, at least the person that made you and created you, don't make them an abusive parent. I mean, most of us have gone through that shit, so we're so used to it. Like, of course our God would do that. Our mom would do that. They'll whoop our ass because that's love too. It's the same old crap. It's the same shit. We're all saying the same thing about different things, and then we're telling each other we're wrong over each different view. But it's the same thing, just a different title behind it. This atheist isn't angry. I'm just kind of tired of people always thinking something's wrong with me for not thinking like them when I'm just thinking. I don't know everything. I don't have all the questions and answers, and I don't know what a lot of words are, but I know that is seriously not right. Nothing about the history of religion is right. We can keep saying, well, bad things happen, bad people are this, bad. You can keep making excuses for everything. You can keep making excuses for our neighborhoods and not being nice, and when we're not, Come on now. We can keep blaming everybody else or just look in the freaking mirror. Everything that you claim that you're about, everything that you claim you are, do you know what it is? Do you know what it means? Most people, when they ask, what's your God's name? It's God. What do you mean? Because you don't even know that God is a title like mom. It's not his actual name. That's how little people actually look into what they claim. I've met so many God-fearing men, and I think I've met like 2 who have read the whole Bible. Like, I mean, it sucks, it hurts to hear, but it's the freaking truth, man. You can't constantly say, I don't want to hear it, these are my beliefs, I let you live, I did it. But this is a time now today that we do get to live. We didn't always get to. There's history here. People that didn't think and do like everybody else or look like everybody else, what happened to them? It's the same thing. It's just a different name and a different group. Everybody has it. It's called vantage point. It's the same thing. Put yourself in your own shoes, look in a mirror and just pretend that it's just a wacky house. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. You're doing the same. Angry. I'm not angry. I'm long-winded than a motherfucker. I'm not angry.